Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning stars R. Lee Ermey, Jordana Brewster, and Andrew Bernarski. It's a 2006 horror film, and let's go ahead and get into it. The plot is it's an origin story of Leatherface, and I'm not really a big fan of prequels. You know, we know how I feel about sequels. Not a fan of prequels either. I think sometimes they can be worse than sequels. With that being said, there are a few exceptions. The plot of the movie is Leatherface becomes Leatherface. He's born in the slaughterhouse from his big fat mom. She dies, and then this family finds her, or him, sorry. They open up the dumpster and find this doll that's, I guess, supposed to look like a bloody baby. They take him home, they raise him. They're a bunch of psychopaths. R. Lee Ermey is part of this family. And then you don't really get to see, like, why Leatherface is the way he is. You just get to see him become a baby and then a grown man. Like, it doesn't show him, like, getting picked on in school for his face deformity or anything like that. I thought that would have been cool. I thought it would have been cool to see him get picked on and get revenge on bullies. That would have been really awesome, but they chose not to do it. And I heard the original cut, or not the original cut, but the original script was actually supposed to do something like that. I don't know why they didn't keep it in, but I don't know. I can't. It's nothing I can do about it now. So basically, everybody's leaving town. This slaughterhouse he works at shut down, and yeah, like I said, everybody's leaving. There's nothing to eat there, so they have no choice but to start killing and eating people, as if going on welfare wasn't an option. Yeah. So then these kids. You know, you got Jordana Brewster. She's kind of the lead role. She's the final girl. You got her boyfriend, he's in the military, fighting in Vietnam. You got his brother, who got a draft card, and he doesn't want to go to Vietnam, and he wants to stay with his girlfriend there and all that. Who's also because they're all going together to see the two brothers off to Vietnam. There, the Jordana Brewster and. I think the guy's name is Dean, his girlfriend. Yeah, they're going off to see them off to Vietnam. And as they're doing that, things, they don't go as planned, thanks to a fucking cow. But, yeah, that's basically the synopsis of Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. Do I like the movie? Yes, I do like this movie. I like it a whole lot better than this pile of shit. And the reason for that is, this pile of shit doesn't have a plot. This has a plot. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna talk about some of the cons that I have with this movie first. That way we can end this on a positive note. Some of the cons, for instance, Uncle Monty, once again, just a useless character who, honestly, if he wasn't in the film would be no different. You know, like, Uncle Monty, if you haven't seen the 2003 remake, I'm going to spoil it for you. I'm going to give you a minute to click off if you haven't seen it. Alright, your minute's up. Is missing his legs. And, quite honestly, when I was watching that, I didn't care why he was missing or how his legs were missing. I really, really didn't care. But we get it explained in this, and I'm just all like, okay. Like, I didn't really care. It wasn't really relevant to me. That the thought was never entertained in my mind. I don't know, that was kind of useless, along with the useless character. That's a big con. Another useless character, I want to say Dean's girlfriend. You know, I understand you want to give both the dudes girlfriends in this movie. I completely understand that, but I mean, she didn't really do much other than just scream and die. There was a creepy scene with her and what's her name from the other one, R. Lee Ermey's wife in this movie. But I'm gonna talk about her in the pros in just a second. But yeah, there's a part where she's washing her up and she's singing this really creepy lullaby to her. And I'm like, wow, that's actually kind of scary, considering the fact that they're all a bunch of mental nutcases. But yeah, and other cons, I thought the directing wasn't all that great. I really thought that had they went back to the formula of the original, you know, not the shock. You could use a little bit of shock scare in there, but you could have eliminated the gore because I don't know. I felt like this movie did a good job of building tension, but then they came and just a freaking duck just came and shit on it because when that tension would build, then you know, I don't want to be spoon fed this shit. I want some like imagination thrown in there. I don't want to see somebody getting a chainsaw like I don't know stuck in their mouth and then just gutting them with it or something like that. I don't want to see that shit. I want to leave it up here. You know, and that's what this film failed to do. It failed to do a lot of things, but that's the biggest thing that it failed with. That aspect I really didn't like. I didn't like the Leatherface masks either. I actually preferred the mask in this movie, or the masks. I can't talk today. I prefer them in that one than I do this one. I don't like this mask at all. It's just kind of bland to me. This one had an expression on it. This one looked pissed off. You know, this one, like I said, it was kind of bland. It was not really any character to it other than it obviously looked like skin. But and my other con, I have one more con. Arlie Ermy in this one, and I'm not dissing Arlie Ermy. Like, he's a great actor. In this one, he was good, but he wasn't as good in this one as he was in this pile of shit. You know, like I said, this was my favorite thing about this pile of shit because he was just phenomenal in this movie. This one, he was still good, but he wasn't as good. I don't know why that is. It just didn't feel as good as he did in the first one, the remake, not the first Texas Chainsaw movie, obviously. But yeah, that's really all the cons I can think of, other than, well, no, I think I'm out of cons. Let's get into the pros now. Jordana Brewster was surprisingly really good in this movie. She was a lot better than Jessica Biel was in the remake. Because Jordana Brewster was a badass in this movie. Like, you know, her boyfriend is in the military, and he taught her all this how to survive in a high pressure situation like that, and she really put it to good use in this movie. Jessica Biel just ran around screaming like a fucking moron, and got herself in a bunch of stupid predicaments. Jordana Brewster she was mind blowing in this movie. I thought she was great. And Andrew Bernarski, once again, he was a great Leatherface in the remake, and he was a great Leatherface in this one. He was just very intimidating. Yeah, and what was a con in the 2003 remake is now a pro in this one, and that is Arlie Ermey's wife. I don't know her name. She actually did something in this movie. She didn't do jack shit in this movie. She was almost more useless than Uncle Monty in this pile of shit. She actually did shit in this movie. She partook in some of the violence. Like I said, when she was singing the lullaby, that was fucking scary. You know, that's one that'll always stay in my mind forever. I thought the actress that played her was better in this one than she was in the 2003 remake because she did stuff in this movie. Yeah, I'm trying not to say so much. It's just something I've always done. I liked what I really liked. My favorite scene in the movie is when they're driving and Dean is trying to burn the draft card, and then the brother, I think his name was Eric, I'm not sure, got all mad and got physical with him and all that, and because it felt realistic. It felt like something that could actually happen. You know, some people are going off to Vietnam, and you know, like there's lots of mixed emotions in the air. Well, as for this, there's just random shit going on. It's like, oh, look at us, we're going to a Leonard Skinner concert. Oh no, we ran into a Texas Chainsaw person. Oh my god, no, see that's stupid. I don't like that idea at all. I like this a lot more. You know, they're actually going to do something real. Like going off to fight a war that one brother doesn't believe in. I think that the biker chick thing and the biker guy, I thought that was a bit of a, I don't want to say a con, but I kind of enjoyed that moment. I thought it was funny when the biker chick's pointing the gun and then Arlie Ermy shows up and just blasts her with the fucking shotgun. I thought that was just killer. That's just classic Arlie Ermy or something he would do. Like, I know he never killed anybody in like Full Metal Jacket or anything, but it's just I could just always envision Arlie Ermy getting so pissed off and just pulling out a double barrel shotgun and blowing somebody fucking sky high. Like, you know, that was kind of fun. Some people don't like that biker aspect. I'm okay with it. I didn't like how the boyfriend, how he just barged into their house with a gun, and the next thing you know, Leatherface comes out and, well, does his thing, rapes him with a fucking chainsaw. But I didn't like that aspect. But I liked the biker chick aspect because that biker chick was hot for one, and two, like I thought it was funny how Arlie Ermy didn't even read her Miranda rights or anything. He just went up there and shot her. Like that was really cool. But yeah, this movie, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning. What did I give this one? I gave this one a D+. I'm gonna give this one a B-. I think this one is a lot better than the remake. I don't think it was as good as the original or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, but it was better than Texas Chainsaw 3. It was better than The Next Generation. It was better than Texas Chainsaw 3D. Oh boy, I remember seeing that in the theaters, and I don't even want to entertain that thought right now until I end up reviewing it. And I haven't even seen Leatherface yet, so the other origin story playing part in the original franchise. But I'm sure it's not as good as this one. This one is one of the better Texas Chainsaw films in the franchise. But that's just my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And once again, thank you guys for all of your support. It makes me really happy doing these videos for you guys. And if you liked it, hit that like and subscribe button. We're out.